For a long time, I believed that growth required being ready, confident, and complete before taking the next step. I waited for the moment when everything would finally feel stable, assuming progress would come naturally after that. What I didn't realize was how much time I was losing waiting for a perfect version of myself that never truly arrives. Life rarely offers clean beginnings. It offers uncertainty, partial understanding, and uneven confidence. That's why the story of the cracked cup feels so real. Because imperfection is not the exception in life, it is the starting point. A cracked cup is still useful. It carries water, even if not perfectly. At first, the crack looks like a flaw, something that reduces value. But as the cup moves, the water that leaks from it slowly nourishes the ground beneath. Plants grow along the path. Life appears where it otherwise wouldn't. What seems like loss turns into contribution. The crack doesn't prevent purpose, it reshapes it. I once watched someone delay their goals for years because they didn't feel ready enough. They kept learning, preparing, and waiting, convinced that confidence would appear first and action would follow. When they finally started, not because they felt ready, but because staying still felt worse, progress began. Their mistakes became lessons. Their uncertainty became flexibility. The very things they saw as weaknesses made them more adaptable and resilient. One of the most practical shifts in mindset is learning to see flaws as signals rather than obstacles. A crack shows where pressure exists, and pressure is often where growth begins. Avoiding discomfort doesn't preserve wholeness. It preserves stagnation. The people who grow are not those who avoid mistakes, but those who learn how to move while making them. I used to compare myself to people who appeared effortlessly confident. They seemed complete, polished, and certain. Over time, I noticed many of them stayed within safe limits to protect that image. Meanwhile, those who openly acknowledged uncertainty experimented more, adjusted faster, and evolved continuously. De krakste slått hem under dem. A craftsman once explained that imperfect materials force creativity. A crack requires a new approach, a different design, an unexpected solution. The result is rarely flawless, but it is often unique and meaningful. Growth works the same way. Predictable paths lead to familiar outcomes. Imperfections create variation and progress. One helpful approach is redefining progress itself. Instead of asking whether something was done perfectly, it's more useful to ask whether it was done honestly. Honest effort leads to learning. Learning leads to growth. Once a lesson has been absorbed, continued self-judgment only adds unnecessary weight. Imperfection doesn't need to be hidden to earn respect. People connect more deeply with those who continue forward while acknowledging their limits. A cracked cup doesn't pretend to be whole. It simply continues its journey. Endovitim travels, becomes richer and more alive because of what it carries and what it releases along the way. Imperfection is not the opposite of growth. It is the space where growth happens.